Like, that's, you know, I do for a living what I would do anyway, because I can't not. And people are always like, you're so weird. It looks like you got no idea, darling, do you? You've got no idea of the strangeness that's living inside my head. I remember years ago grocery shopping, my ex-wife, and we were stuck, like, it's just like too many people. Like, she was a few aisles over. I was sitting there. Get out of my way! Just went, she's 2 aisles over going. Married an idiot. Besides which, those lines are already written. See, I'm saying they're already written, but I'm talking about a witty retort, so I've combined them into a single word. They are witty. You know, as opposed to sitting there going, oh, I should have said. You know, sometimes a good answer lies within something that's already been done. I mess around all the time. It's being normal that kills me. These are all very serious answers. You, sir!
Will you ever cosplay any of your characters?
Do you know the answer to this? I have cosplayed once. I have friends in Boston who made me a Koga outfit.
Oh, yes.
And it was awesome. And this was at Matsuricon. I'm really well known at Matsuricon. Like, getting through the crowd is always difficult because I stop and I talk and, you know, and I like everybody. So but they came down, they brought me the Koga outfit. I thought, you know what, I'm gonna wear this at my panel on Saturday. And we're up in the hotel and I'm thinking, I'm going, how am I gonna do this? Like, how am I gonna get through? And we had people dressed as me that were gonna run as blockers. And, and I walked into the thing and I'm going, well, fuck, here we go. People that I've known, like, I just spent 2.5 hours signing your boob, would just look me in the eye and go like, it's awesome cosplay. I have discovered the secret of the hive. I've been assimilated by the Borg. It was really weird. People were just checking out the cosplay. I'm like, I've known you for 4 years. Zero recognition. Until I got into the panel and screamed out Koga Man, and all of a sudden everybody went crazy. So yeah, I had a cosplay. As I said, I've been accused of cosplaying Bret Michaels several times today. Or Ted Nugent. Okay.
Yeah, so like.
Oh. You know, it's awful, but it's getting better. I should just leave it with this. Make it live a happy existence. Together. That's nasty. Okay, I'm just trying to wake up. Did I actually answer your question? Okay, just making sure. Yes, sir.
Why do you love cowboy hats so much?
Because I can't even do that because there actually is no top to my head. I lost it in a horrifying weed whacker accident, man. The skull just stops there. This thing's riveted on. The cowboy hat thing actually started randomly. I was in Dallas, Texas, and I've always been a bit of a whatever. And I went, oh, you know what? Found a great hat down there. Wore it to a con one day. Instant branding. It's true. And then people started to go associate the hat with, so it's like, okay. Then the hat got more and more jacked up, and more cons I started doing. This is actually 2.0. 1.0 is, I like to think of these small glass case at Smithsonian. Because there was a time it was like, that. I could go to a con, I could get off the plane, wearing, you know, hair in a ponytail, whatever, ball cap, pair of shorts, walk through, and the occasional, and then sleeveless shirt, cowboy hat, cowboy boots. I bet people cosplay me, it's weird. Manana got his entire start at convention by coming out and cosplaying me behind me while I was trying to do an opening ceremony thing. And he's good at it. It was creepy. Still is. So yeah, it just kind of became a thing. 2.0 is starting to get close to retirement age. The exit wound is getting larger. So 3.0 is on standby at home. And they've all come from the same place, Cavender's Boot City in Dallas, Texas. That there, I tell you what, is the story of my hat. It was 32.
What's one a few of the coolest gifts you got from?
Somebody gave me a rat trap detonator
Okay.
once. I have received so many amazing things from you guys. Like I have a whole section of my basement full of stuff. Because people go, you keep everything, so I keep everything. Like shocking, amazing artwork. You know, some horrible artwork.
Even
with
the cheese
heart
cans?
all over it. Thousands of cans of spray cheese. That's a Florida thing. The stuff that really blows my mind is, you know, the stuff that people have really made. You know, I've got really cool, weird stuff, and a lot of, you know, we bought you this, we got you this, you know, here, we bought you this house, thank you. I don't know if I ruined my house for the house, but all starts to get very Tarsus-y. I saw a woman dressed as one yesterday. It's like, are you bigger on the inside than you are on the outside? So where were you guys yesterday at that panel, the over 18?
I was there.
It's
I was
things
there.
that people have made from their heart or given me. One that really kind of blew my mind is somebody gave me one of those sort of Arab head wrap things. And he was a guy, he was, you know, obviously a young guy, military. And he gave me this, and I'm like, you know, I'm going like, dude, he's like, he goes, yeah, this is actually from a friend of mine, he wanted you to have it. I'm like, did you pull it off a dead guy? And he's like, no, he actually is no longer here. But he wanted you to have this because your characters gave him in. I'm just going like, oh my God. You know, when I've got that, I'm like, wow, I do not deserve this. But, so it's not always fun and games, you know. So yeah, I get a lot of cool stuff. Mostly food. It's like, there was a long time where it was like, Scott loves Pocky. Cards Pocky, now it's spray cheese. Convention I did in Birmingham, England. 9 o'clock in the morning doing a panel. There's a pint in my hand. I like this place. The whole convention, there was never not a pint in my hand. No panels, except it's like in Birmingham. Everyone's coming into the world of Irish guys coming up, thinking, I got no fucking pints, aren't you? It's fucking 9 o'clock in the morning, isn't it? Like, all right. That whole convention took place in a bar. It was cool. Yes, sir?
Tell us about your company and how you got your title.
My company of Box Productions.
Yes.
How do you know the name of my company?
You just said it.
You're freaking me out. I was originally going to call it Voice Box Productions because I'm clever like that. I mean, there is another company called Voice Box Productions, so I switched to the Latin for voice, which is box, box. And then just to drive myself crazy, I thought I would make it with 4 X's. You try to dictate that to anybody. It's like it's VOXX, VOX, BOX, no. Bravo, Oscar, X-ray, X-ray. No, I got that wrong. Victor, Oscar, X-ray, X-ray, Bravo, Oscar, X-ray, X-ray. They're like, Victor, big, one, it's like 4 X's. Oh, X, no. V-O, no, V-O. Next company I have, I'm just going to call it Gary. That's the name of your company, Gary. I like that name, Gary. What's your dog's name? Gary. I want a dog named Steve. Steve is kind of the least dog-like name in the world. It's like, you want Steve? What's your dog, Steve? Cat named Steve would be cool too. Because they'd be cool. They'd have to be. They're Steve. Gary. Can you stand up? Because I still think this is amazing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and put your...
I made you do this yesterday too. I'm such a dick.
Yeah.
People have cosplayed as Duo. People have built Gundams. But the very fact that you are cosplaying a Gundam takes this to like a different level of awesome. Give this a hand!
You should be the cosplay contest.
You win.
What you voting?
If I have anything to say about it.
That's a bribe.
Hey, during that whole distraction, I got another 2 bites of cheeseburger. Yes, sir.
Are you one of the mantids in World of Warcraft?
Pardon me?
Are you one of the mantids in World of Warcraft?
No. But in playing, I go, damn, I should have been all the mantids.
No doubt.
There is some And as a longtime gamer, and I've been playing since vanilla, my friend, my inner nerd is going crazy. You'll just have to wait till November. Yeah, but those magic voices, I go, they're cool. That's the kind of stuff I like. There's a couple I went, you know what, that one sounds a bit like Wasp Paper, I gotta say. You know, there's only so many things you can do with it.
There's only 12 notes in music, Rachel. It's all in how you assemble them.
This is the one I had yesterday that kept falling apart on me. It says GPS on it. You're not fooling anybody. That's a mic stand. You are now standing at the mic stand. Oh, you're right. You're a GPS. As long as I stay here, I know exactly where I am. Looking for hands. Getting this.
Where do you normally record? In Canada or in location, depending on where you for a job?
I record in Vancouver. Like all the stuff we do, very little. I do some stuff that's actually produced out of Vancouver, out of Canadian.
That's a proud people, the Canadians. Canadians, they're among us. They look like us, they can even talk like us, but rather they're not like us. The great Canadian peril.
We record, there's about 7 or 8 different studios that we work out of in Vancouver. You know, so and they're always, you know, depending on which clients are using what. I also have a studio in my house that I record some stuff out, depending on the circumstance. Or if I just feel like messing around in my studio and playing. Occasionally I will travel out to do it. When I did stuff like when I did Alchemist and just did One Piece, Stronghold for Funimation. So those times I certainly wasn't flying down to Dallas, Texas to work. No sirree, I'm going down to see my Uncle Saul for the weekend. Not working. No sir. But I mean, you know, because it's all full union and blah, blah, blah. Technically, I'm not allowed to work elsewhere in other countries. But we've worked out some arrangements with, for the work. What? Got to see my Uncle Sal in LA for that one. Man, I got to go to Disneyland. What's for Disneyland, I wouldn't be standing there right now. Haunted Mansion, Paul Frees, I'm 12 years old. You hear that voice. Welcome, foolish mortals. When I found out that he was the Pillsbury Doughboy, I went, huh?
I'm not alone. Other people hear the voices too.
Yes, sir, you over there, I saw a hand.
Did you like working as Flam?
I loved it. It was like, you know, that was theater school. Showtowns! Traveling sales parties done power. I had no idea how huge My Little Ponies was until I came to the first convention after there was like, you know, hardcore convention, Transformers, Uzbekistan. We'll come over to sign my Transformers. By the way, sign my Little Ponies. That's just promo. I think it's cool. Because, you know, again, you can do anything with cartoons. You know, like, look at, you know, hardcore, heavy metal, death, Lord Raptor, Dog Stalkers, and then you get to go in and do that. It gives you a chance to just do anything. And you suddenly go like, well, I didn't know I could do that. That's the fun of it. It's always like, oh, I didn't know I could do that. Didn't know I had that voice. Didn't know that person. Sometimes characters just show up fully fledged the other night. Like the other night I was up in the green room. All of a sudden this person was just inhabiting my body. And I'm like, I don't even know what that is. Oh, it was weird. But welcome to my world. Can't be dressed like a goddamn Marine and then go.
I'm sincere, I'm Steve.
Okay, fine.
Pre-op Steve.
Oh, pre-op Steve.
Pre-op Steve, yeah.
Oh, okay.
What's the worst you've ever been sick at a con? Because everybody gets con-played at least once.
I generally don't. It's weird because I'm like this super neurotic, like OCD germaphobe. But when I'm at con, I go like, what a bunch of crap that is in my head. So I'm touching people and we're hugging, slobbing, and I don't hand sanitize. And the only time I ever get sick is anytime you fly to Toronto on Air Canada. There's something about that flight. It's still like, well, we're just keeping the SARS virus here. We can't incubate it at the lab, so we just keep it on the plane. Well, H1N1 thrown in there for the cocktail. So I get home and it's like, oh God. I've done one con where I was sick, and it was a bit of a pain in the ass. But
Did you ever have to like record sick?
Yeah, you don't not record. You work.
That's what you learn in theater school, dear girl. You can't lose your voice.
If you lose your voice, well, you shouldn't be doing this. Like, don't create a character that you can't maintain. Sunshine, that's the rules. They're paying you a lot of money to do that voice.
I'm just not really feeling it today.
You deliver. What's the question? Working sick? Yeah. The excuse is basically, unless you're dead. I performed on stage with a broken foot. Because it's like, I broke my foot, there's nothing I can do about it. Show must go on. Afterwards, you go, how did I do that? My God, I broke my foot again, I'd never be... It's just, don't allow yourself to be a nut bar, it seems to work.
One day they're gonna wheel you in here on a stretcher.
Thanks for that.
You do that over
He still has one finger moving, he can do it.
Okay, we're almost done with you. It's in that sort of like horrifyingly bad but yet sort of delicious because it's awful category. Of like, what am I doing to my body? But yay, I need more. A little bit like White Castle. That stuff's nasty. Nasty. I just saw Bill and Kumar and whatever, and I'm like, I've never been to a White Castle. So I strolled through like sketchiest neighborhoods I've ever been in. It's like, that's not even Big Mac good. It's like disgusting. Can I have another one? It was instant. Everyone's walking around with their 90 packs. I'm like, hey man, put brother up, man. Any slappers in there? I don't like it. I need it. I need it. I want, whoa, rehab now. What are you in for? White Castle. We got a special wing for you. What's that thing about being sick? No, so I never. You just don't. I remember, when I was doing live stage productions, doing a lot of theater. There was a weird thing, because, if somebody came in sick, nobody gets sick during the 3-week run. You just don't let it happen. But a lot of times, as soon as closing night, somebody starts puking out their ears, and it's just like, oh, this is horrible. So, you just kind of don't let it happen.
Sometimes you must pay the terrible price later. Sometimes you don't. Oh, Super Team today, Scott, you do a really good job.
So we discussed food, vomit, anything fecal related. No, we've got the full cycle. Yes?
You said you were into video games. What was your favorite video game?
I've been playing WoW for 9 years.
Wow.
Yeah. That's kind of my, that's go-to. But I play it a lot. I just finished, what did I just finish? Went through The Last of Us, Wolfenstein. It was weird, I just finished The Last of Us, and I did a con. Troy was there, I'm like, dude, nice job. It's weird for me, because I work in a lot of video games, and it's strange if you're playing one that you're in. It kind of spoils the magic. I did Dead Rising 2, I was with a couple of the bosses and that, and I would go sitting there, this fucking buzzing sucks, I hate this guy, I want to kill him so bad because he's trying to kill me, but I'm him and he's trying to, so if I kill me, then does he cease to exist? That's what that is. Head blown. I just replayed one of the Lara Croft games. Plus she's hot. So I it's an escape. I try not to play things that make me think. Although a lot of the games now have a very, a moral. I did The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
That was hard.
Yeah.
I'm going, I just want to kill me some zombies. I like killing zombies. I'm building a 12-gauge crowbar in my workshop. The ultimate personal anti-personnel device. But yeah, when I was done that, I was just like, I need a cookie, a hug, and a strong cocktail. You're going, that's taking some of the, you gotta make choices. And you go, are you really the good guy? I just finished Watch Dogs. And it's a cool game. It's a cool game, but again, you're like, how can you be the good guy if you're playing the, whoa.
I gotta think, develop a moral compass. Makes it difficult.
I like shooting zombies and stuff. Not that, I'm done with you, I'm breaking up with you. I'm going off with your hot dog friend. You know what? I never liked you. I was just using you. Oh God, my heart. I gave you everything. I walk away. Stronger, better man.
There's always the cheese.
We'll always have spray cheese. You will regret it today, maybe not today, tomorrow, but someday soon for the rest of your life. But we'll always have spray cheese. This Casablanca moment brought to you by. Okay. Officially cleaning up my area. Finished breakfast. That was the sweetest gift ever to come in and find the half-eaten hot dog there. It's like, look, it looks like your house. I guess that would make you feel at home. Yes, sir.
You've voiced a ton of characters over the years, and you've been asked about a ton of them. Are there any that have like stood out to you, but like
Nobody knows I did them?
doesn't never seem to get mentioned or asked about?
Oh yeah, there's tons. Like I said, you know, anything in this industry, you know, people that suddenly go like, wow, this guy just broke, you know, he's like the biggest star in movies now, or, you know, where is he now? You go on IMDb, it's like, you know, Buddy did 75 movies before anybody ever heard of him. And you never know in this industry, you know, we crank out a lot of shows. And, you know, sometimes they stick, a lot of times they just disappear into obscurity. I'm always really delighted when somebody comes up, except for that one that I said, because he went, Scott, why are you in the worst movie ever made? I'm like, I don't even remember being in that. That was the one. He's like, you're first on the credits. And I'm like, yep, that's me. It was so much fun, I blanked it from my memory. I think it's the red light. Shiny.
Now they're My Little Pony Twinkies.
Video game. I do a lot of work on League of Legends. And one of the characters I play is Hecarim, who's this huge, like, warrior centaur. But of course, one of his lines was, friendship is magic. And I don't think the writers got the joke. They're going, I don't know why this line is here. It's like, it's a pony line. He's a centaur. You guys wrote this shit. Do I need to sit down and explain it to you? Oh, the magic of the spray cheese, I'm beginning to awake, which means somebody's gonna go, we gotta wrap this up. Are we getting that? Okay, you know what we're gonna do? Who's got a hand up right now? Who's got a hand up right now? Okay, if your hand is up now, you're gonna keep your hand up. We're gonna go to what I like to call a lightning round. You're gonna ask me very fast questions. I'm gonna give you very fast answers, starting with you, sir. Sorry, time's up. Go.
Did you enjoy working on a Dynasty Warriors game?
Dynasty Warriors was great. You know, I was suddenly going, oh my God, you know, I will make you this promise. I actually was the god of death once again. Yes.
Have you
Kindergarten class without all the Ritalin. We are a bunch of, and I don't care, I say it with pride, we are the most retarded people in the world. We are freaks of goddamn nature. And you got to be 3 years old to do what we do. Yes, we do. Yes.
Weirdest line you ever had to say.
Pardon me?
Weirdest line you ever had to say.
You know, that comes up all the time, and I'm all the time going, I cannot believe I just said that. I can't think of anything, but yeah. I mean, I've done some lately, you know, Black Lagoon and shows like that. You're like, we don't usually use those words. I didn't even know that one existed. I like swearing as Grumpy Bear, though, it's fun. Last hand.
Most disgusting thing you've done for money.
You promised me we were never going to bring that up. I am a polyphonic prostitute. I sell my sounds for money. By definition, it's kind of disgusting as it works. But, you know what? I've said a lot of disgusting things for money. I've played a lot of disgusting people for money. I've had to dig deep into some very disgusting places for money. I like to think that I've never actually done anything disgusting, you know, except, you know, that 4-hour gay donkey polished, you know,
That
movie
one
thing
time.
in college. That one time at band camp. Yeah, I'm lucky. I haven't had to do disgusting things. I haven't even had to ever work as like, can I take your order? You know, I'm actually an actor. I'm just, you know, waiting tables until my big break comes. I've been really lucky, 25 years. I think we're sure as if we're as if. What?
The group photo again?
Oh, we're gonna.
I don't think these people got a chance
All
to
right,
get a big photo.
we're gonna do our official like Ellen DeGeneres group selfie.
Yeah,
So you need to all squish in.